Now performing an excerpt from the White Trash Debutante Ball, here's Bailey Boudreau.
Hi, I'm Carrie and I'm an addict. I really needed a meeting tonight. I just got done doing a performance and I had a surprise waiting for me when I got off stage. In my dressing room there was this quaint little German fellow, a reporter, who had been assigned my story for an article. And of course, being the stage hog that I am, I snapped into character right away, and for some reason, I started spilling my guts to this guy, and I really got to thinking, and you know, I realized after all my time in this program, I still don't have it figured out. I feel just as lost as I did when I was a little boy, only now I'm not so little, and I'm a man, supposedly. And I'm not quite sure where I stand in life. You know, over the years, my idea of God has changed and modified so much to fit whatever situation I found myself in. You know, I always took a lot of comfort in the idea and presence of something bigger and more powerful than me. I hate power. It scares the hell out of me. Power and control are the roots to all evil as far as I'm concerned, so I'm happy not to have any. But what happens when my idea of who or what God is flies out the window and nothing comes back in to replace it? Where am I then? And I'm not saying I'm doubting. There must be something, right? I mean, there's no way by any stretch of the imagination that we as human beings call the shots. If that's the case, I'll be done right now. Thank you very much. And I sound hopeless. I'm not. I sound desperate. I'm not. I guess I'm just confused. Who I am has been defined and redefined so many times. I'm the addict, I'm the loser, I'm the black sheep, I'm white trash, and so on and so on and so on. So many freaking labels. They build one on top of each other in rapid succession until there are so many layers of stigma. I have no idea what I started out as. And tonight, I made the biggest realization of all. I'm not the victim. And that's maybe the scariest thing ever, but if I'm not the victim, then what am I? I mean, sure, I've had my hardships in life, and I've had to face a lot of challenges, but haven't we all? I mean, isn't that part of the beauty of the journey? But if I am not the victim, then where the hell does that leave me? Responsible for my own happiness. And it has to come from a place that's in me that seems so much harder to access than the self-pitying, blame the world version of myself I've gotten used to. I guess what it all boils down to, you know, after the who did what to whom and why, God, why moments is really just my life, you know, and me. This is the life I've been given, and it better be a good one because it's all I've got. I'd like it to be a fulfilled one. And now I'm rambling. I guess I just came to say that it is time for me to live, you know? So I'm going to LA. I got to give it one last shot. Otherwise, I'll be forever plagued with the what ifs. And I know today I'll be able to adapt to life there as I have everywhere else, only this time I'll be doing it to explore, not escape. Right. And with that, I will pass. Thank you for listening.
Metro Arts will now like to welcome our next guest, actor, writer, and director, Bailey Boudreau. Hi, how are you?
Hi, good.
Thank you for joining us here on Metro Arts today.
Oh, great to be here.
Okay, so we just saw a piece that you just done. Like, tell us a little bit about that.
It comes from my one-man show that I wrote called White Trash Debutante Ball. That was an excerpt called Adaptation. And it's about, obviously, it's about this character who, the entire show is just one person. That's a one-man show.
Which is you.
But it's, it's a character. It's loosely based off of me. From age 7 to age 37, and you see him every 5 years, and how his life has changed. And so that particular piece was at age 27.
Now, what puts you in the mindset to come up with such a piece? Because is it based off your life a little bit?
It is. I mean, that's the foundation of it, and then the character was built from there.
Okay.
And it sort of just took on a life of its own, actually. It started out as one monologue for a friend's benefit, and then it became a rolling thing, so I went with it.
Okay. Okay, so you were the creator as well as co-producer, writer, director, and actor, that's a mouthful, of the 2011 Raw Festival. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, the Raw Festival was really exciting. We did, a good friend of mine passed who had been a student at Wayne State, and there was a scholarship fund set up in his name. And so we decided, rather than just sitting around and mourning, he had been a really, really important person in the artistic community, and we thought, let's do something for him. So we put together this festival, and the point of it was to really get down to the visceral nature of the theater and to present 3 days of just new, exciting, all local work, and all of our money went to the scholarship fund at Wayne State in his name. So it was a very exciting experience.
That's great that you give such a good cause by doing that, actually.
Well, he was a very important person. I think could have changed the face of the arts had he still been here.
That's great. So, I mean, like, you do a lot of acting by creating your own roles, but how does it different from when a playwright gives you a script to create, versus that character?
I think I don't think it differs, because I think mentally when you write a play, you're there, and then when you're acting a play, you're acting. So you're not the playwright when you're playing your own character even. It's pretty much the same thing. You sort of put on the different hats,
Mm-hmm. And what do you want your audience to gain when they see your show?
From White Trash Debutante Ball, I hope that people leave just with more acceptance of other people, and hopefully an inspiration to change things in their own lives that they need to change.
Okay. Okay, so you have your own acting company, and it's called WickedGreen Acting.
Yes.
What made you want to decide to create that?
I created it at 21 in Chicago because I've always liked to be in control. We did a lot of stage readings and a lot of different things, a small independent film here or there, but I like having it because we can try new works, and right now I also use it to coach young actors that are auditioning for performing arts programs in colleges throughout the country. So I coach the students privately, and I went to a great school, I had a great experience. I like to give forward what I can.
That's great. And right quick, what can we expect from you in the future?
Hopefully good things, let's say that.
Absolutely.
I'm working on another, we're looking for another Raw Festival for the summer. We're working on it. It's very loose right now, but also I'm working on another production, all original works, and it's going to be exciting, hopefully.
Well, thank you, Bailey, so much for joining us here on Metro Arts.
Oh,
I hope you keep up your success.
Thank you very much.
All right. And thank you guys for tuning in to Metro Arts to see Bailey.